snacks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a snack bite with Loading Snacks. I am Coop. We have
Gage.
And right here we have my brother, K-Dub. How you doing, K-Dub?
I'm doing well today.
All right.
All right, glad to hear that. So far.
K-Dub is here because he believes that NBA Live will be, in fact, better than NBA 2K16. NBA Live 16 and NBA 2K16.
I don't know where this is coming from.
So let's see what let's hear your
Yes.
your reasoning.
Yes.
Well, I feel like as though NBA Live is going to have way better defense. Way better defense than 2K. I've touched the demo, and the defense is so well. Like, you can press certain buttons to do certain moves, like cut off a pass or have good on ball defense. And one thing I like about NBA Live is that you have to build your player. Like, you have to build your player in order to get rewards. So you would play, get that SP or that RP.
Mm-hmm.
You would upgrade your player and then get rewards for it, like shoes, gear, and more stuff. And the customization is so way better than 2K. Always have been, and always will be.
Always is a very, very special word. When's the last time you played an NBA Live game? That wasn't the demo you probably played like today. When's the last time you played an NBA Live game?
Never.
See? So how you gonna say always is a very, very... So listen, this is what's special to me. So let me start by asking you this. What is it you don't like about 2K? There's gotta be something you don't like about 2K in order to feel like Live's just gonna show up and show out.
Listen, it's always going to be something wrong with 2K. Every single year. I'm not saying there's not going to be something wrong with Live, but it's going to be something wrong with 2K that aggravates the player. It makes the player rage. It makes the player break his second controller and have to
That just sound like they get beat. That's what that sound like. It sound like you be losing in 2K and you don't like that.
No, like, I've seen the controls in 2K and I hate it. Like, I absolutely hate it. Like,
So let me ask you this. Okay. NBA Live was almost all there was in terms of the closest thing to simulation basketball that you could get, right? Like 5-on-5, like when NBA Live started, you had stuff like Arch Rivals, NBA Jam, stuff like that, right? Where you were basically playing like arcade style basketball games. And since then, you had Live, but then EA, who does Live, also had like NBA Street, right? Stuff like that, right? So you still could get kind of that arcade feel. Now, where NBA Live began to go wrong was it always was a little more arcadey than 2K. 2K has always been more of a simulation basketball game. And I can understand if you don't like that. I get that if you don't like that. But 2K looks better. The animations are better. It sounds better. It feels better. It actually plays, listen, it has played better. So much so, like I'm gonna tell you what happened. When they stopped making NBA Live, mind you, they attempted to put out NBA Live and change it to NBA Elite. When they went to put that game out, I played the demo. I got a chance to play the game prior to release, and it was terrible. It was so bad. This was actually at an event show where they had a bunch of games and stuff that we got a chance to play early. It was so bad, they took it off the floor so people couldn't play it. Okay? Now, since then, over like the last 3 years, there's been no NBA Live. There was one last year. It was terrible. Prior to that, there had been none for like 3 years straight. They are attempting, for all intents and purposes, to be 2K. Not necessarily to beat 2K.
Not at all.
You don't think so?
If, like, you can't, I don't feel like, me playing a demo, I don't feel like you can compare NBA Live and NBA Live trying to beat 2K.
Okay.
Like, I do not, when I play NBA Live, I do not feel like I'm playing any type of 2K game at all.
So here's what I'll tell you. If you just watch the trailer for NBA Live, what they say is, look at our new animations. We've done A, B, and C. Look at how you can... All the things you're talking about, being able to actually do stops on defense, like reach out, grab a ball, something, you can do all that stuff in 2K. You've been able to do that stuff in 2K for years.
But it's
You weren't able to do it in live because there wasn't a live to play.
Listen, the past 2Ks, the past 3 2Ks, horrible.
No.
2K,
But based on what? Like, what was bad about them?
2K13. If you're playing a quick game, you have LeBron James. You go to the rim, a dunk cannot be blocked. He's unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
2K,
That's true.
2K14.
Okay, go ahead.
2K14. You can dunk blocks, but
Block dunks, got you.
but it just was a horrible game. Like, it was so cheesy. Like, the cheese was.
So do you
It's so
think-
2K15 also. Like, the animations in 2K14 was horrible. The animations in 2K15 improved, but when people started finding out ways to mess with it, it got bad. Like, it really got bad.
The worst thing about a 2K that has happened in like the last 10 years was them trying to let people put their faces on their characters. That's it. Like, everything else about 2K has pretty much been on the money. Now listen, I'm not saying people don't have their gripes, and I'm also not saying that, look, it's really the only basketball game around. It was the same issue I had with Madden. Like, it's the only football game around, right? But it's not like 2K went out and bought the license to the NBA franchise. They shut NBA Live down. Like, NBA Live just could not compete, period. They couldn't compete in sales. They couldn't compete in terms of gameplay, in terms of not just gameplay, but in terms of what they gave you. Look, what they gave you, like the ability to play on the playground, play pickup games, stuff like that. Like, they didn't have any of that kind of stuff. Like, you could get the closest thing they had to that was like what they had in like NBA Street. So, NBA Live not existing happened because 2K was that good, and that's a real thing. Like, there's no two ways about that. Like, you can look that up any way you want. Now, not liking certain things about 2K, I get that, but you also don't have an NBA Live to compare them to until now. Now, your opinion that NBA Live is going to be better this year, while I strongly approve of your right to have that opinion, and you might feel that way once the 2 games are out. But I seriously doubt that the popular opinion will be that way. Because when you compare the look of the players, the look of the uniforms alone, the way that you complain about the animations, you're the only person I've ever actually heard complain about those animations. They look more realistic. Yeah, they look more realistic than anything else you've ever been able to play. The last time there was an NBA Live, their animations were so bad and so choppy that the game did nothing. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's a terrible game.
So you're telling me that 2K15 animations were
Better?
Were great.
Yeah, they were way better than live.
No way.
They were way better. Listen, even if you don't think they were great, they were way better than live. You didn't play live 15 though.
No,
You can't tell me that.
But
You can't tell me that.
Still, I've never seen a player do a crossover from the free throw line, like do a crossover, and then end up like way behind the 3-point line and can just shoot a shot and make it.
You know where you'll see that? You'll see it in NBA Live.
No,
I guarantee you. Listen, I guarantee you, because NBA Live is and has always been more of an arcade game. So like, one of the issues that's always been something with NBA Live is like, you can just run the floor and dunk the ball. Period. Like, you talk about the defense, but you can just run the floor in NBA Live, dunk the ball.
Not true at all. Not true.
Yes.
You actually get punished if you score, like if you really score more. Like, say.
Now I'm hearing you tell me that's not true, but you're also telling me you have never played an NBA Live game until this demo. So it is very interesting to listen to you tell me that that's not true when you have never played an NBA. I've been playing NBA Live games since 1995, son.
This ain't new NBA Live.
I know it's a new
whole
one. I know it's a new one, but you're using the past to try to tell me about now. Here's what I think. I think it remains to be seen, right? We'll come back and visit this again, like February. After both games have been out, we're pretty much through the season, right? We'll see how it is. We'll see how it is in sales. We'll look at video. We'll look at comparisons between animations, because you know they're going to do that. The first, as soon as they come out, that's what's going to happen. They're going to make those comparisons. And I would bet you the majority of people will be on the side of 2K.
Cause it's always been like that. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2K, live. Whose side you on?
Live.
Mine.
Live for life.
We out.
Hashtag.
If I see any of those hashtags, I'm gonna have a fit. I'm gonna start trolling y'all with the dislike button.
Live for life. Hashtag live for life.
Loading snacks.